Good morning, CIS scholars. How are you all? Hope you all are safe at your home. Students, in the last video, I have completed chapter 6 textbook exercises. Now, this is a time to start a new chapter. So, let's start a new chapter, chapter 7, our rights and duties. Now, in this video, I am going to discuss first about the workbook exercise of chapter 6, which I have not discussed yet. And then I am going to discuss the two topics of chapter 7. First is introduction about constitution and introduction about fundamental rights and duties. So, let's start the first slide. First is worksheet 4 of chapter 6. Now in your workbook there are 4 worksheets in chapter 6. I have solved one for you. Rest you can solve by yourself, right? So in worksheet 4 there is one picture of this lady justice is given. I think all of you have seen this picture, this statue in television, in movies, in magazines also. Okay, so based on this picture, there are 3 questions. Question number first, why do you think Lady Justice is wearing a blindfold? Well, children, the answer is it signifies that she will not judge by the appearance. She will judge with reason without favoring the rich and powerful person. That's why she is wearing a blindfold. Okay. Now next question is Lady Justice is holding a weighing scale. What does it signify? Now if you can see this picture, in the one hand she has this weighing scale and in the other hand she has sword. Okay, so why she has this weighing scale? Because it signifies equality. Weighing scale is a symbol of equality, which means that everybody is equal in the eyes of law and both sides shall be treated equally. Okay, now move to the third question. What could be the reason for making Lady Justice hold a sword in the other hand? Now look at this. In the other hand, she has sword. So what is the reason behind? Because the sword signifies power, okay, and it is used as a tool to deliver a justice. So it indicates that law holds immense power. It means that law is very powerful, and this power must be used judiciary. Okay, so they can use, like, this power is used for taking the right decision. That's why she is holding, in one hand she is holding that sword and in the other hand she is holding the weighing scale. Okay, now let's start the next chapter, that is chapter 7, our rights and duties. Now look at this picture. Can you identify the name of this person? Well, I think that you don't know the name. I can tell you. Uh, he is Mr. Prem Bihari Narayan Raizada. And who is he? He had written the original constitution of India, right? So the original constitution of India was handwritten by Mr. Prem Bihari Narayan Raizada in a flowing italic style and beautiful calligraphy. Okay, and now the second picture, who is he? Can you identify the name of this person? I think you can easily identify. He is Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. Okay, we can say Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and he is known as the father of Indian Constitution. Right, children? So in this chapter we are going to discuss more about the Constitution and the fundamental rights and duties. So let's see first the introduction of Constitution. Now what is this term Constitution? Constitution is a supreme law of our land, which means that it is a supreme prime law of our country. Okay, it is a kind of a document that lays down the framework. They have the policies. They will it is basically used. It is a set of document which lays down the policies, the fundamental powers, then duties of government institutions, sets of fundamental rights, everything. Okay, and Constitution describes the system of voting and how rules or laws have to be made. Okay, so what is Constitution? Constitution is a set of document which lays down the basic principles that a state or a country is governed by. So that is constitution, right? Now let's see the formation of constitution. It is very important, and you must remember that the Constitution of India was formed by Constituent Assembly on 26th November 1949. So when it was formed in on 26th November 1949, but it came into the existence, or it came into the effect on 26th January 1950. So you must remember both the dates, that on 26th November 1949 it was formed, but it was came into the existence or into effect on 26th January 1950, right? Now, it describes the role of leaders and government. It contains the role of citizen of a country. And do you know, children, there is one fact that the Indian Constitution is the longest written constitution of the world. Okay, so in this entire world, the Indian Constitution is the longest written constitution, right? Now, what are rights? This is very important, and you must know what are rights. As you can see in this picture, it is written every human has rights. Okay, now what is this rights? Rights means it is just a freedom. Okay, so every human has freedom to give their speeches, to give their speak. They have a right to take education, they have right to celebrate their culture. Okay, so what are rights? A right is something that a citizen of a country has. It gives people the freedom to do so many things, and it is protected by law and cannot be taken away from them even by the government. So rights is like a thing that is not to be taken by government itself, but it is protected by the law. Fine. So these are what the right is. Now, move to the next slide, fundamental rights and duties. Now, let's see what are the fundamental rights which are given in the Constitution. So, there are total 6 fundamental rights which are given. What are these rights? First is right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, and right to constitutional remedies. So these are the different 6 fundamental rights which are given in our constitution. So children, by this you will get a complete information, a basic introduction about our constitution, and what is right and what are the fundamental rights and duties which are given in the constitution. By the time, what you have to do, you have to complete this task, complete your workbook exercise, your textbook exercise of chapter 6, and start reading chapter 7, and start read this chapter, especially page number 68. Okay, so by the time, do all these things. Stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy the learning. Thank you.